Hello, I'm Jamila Payne, and in 2019, I created a simple spreadsheet to help me price out my crafts. Since then, that spreadsheet has evolved into a web and mobile app that you can take anywhere, and it helps you price your products, and it has a ton of other cool features as well. So today I am walking you through that app. You can check the timestamps in the description to skip around the video. All the links are also in the description. If you have any questions after you've watched, go ahead and drop me a comment. Over the years, the Crafty Cost Calculator has helped thousands of crafters price their products in a better way. And with the new features, it is bound to help thousands more. When you first get logged in, you're going to come to the dashboard, but I am not going to start here. I am going to go up here and click on the little gear icon, and we're going to get everything set up first. So you are going to come down, and this is just a vanity thing. It'll show up here in the header, but you'll put your craft business name, and then here under how it works will show you a quick breakdown of how everything works. Appearance, you can choose the color that you like. There's vibrant, then there's like these blue ocean colors, forest, rose, lavender, or neutral. Pricing settings, this is very important. You are going to want to first set your currency, and then whatever you want to pay yourself hourly. I do have something in the work to help you come up with that number, so stay tuned for that. Your retail markup and your wholesale markup. My wholesale markup is usually 1.5, but I am going to leave it at 1 because I want to show you something on a different page. You'll want to add your overhead percentage and your sales tax rate. Then you'll come down just a little bit more, and you're going to toggle on or off whether you want to put your sales tax and prices. You can enable an exchange rate conversion for if you are outside of the US, and then this is to show or hide the gang sheet calculator. I understand everybody doesn't work with DTF, so you'll hide the gang sheet calculator if that's not something that you're going to use. There is a tour, and you can click to restart the tour here, and your notification preferences. There is a feature waitlist. Etsy Sync is live already, and you'll just click on, if you want to get notified when these features are available, you'll just click on subscribe. And then we come to Shopify Sync and Etsy Sync. These are both paid add-ons to the Crafty Cost Calculator. And what it does is it connects your Shopify store or your Etsy store and pulls in all the orders and your customer names from those stores. And for Etsy, there is a sync button, and you just click it, and it'll prompt you to log in and grant the permissions for that. And then everything is auto saved, so you don't have to worry about losing anything. You also have your scroll to top button that shows on every page, as well as the chat. And with the chat, you can send feedback, report a bug, you can chat with support, or even leave a review. Here is the dashboard. The dashboard gives a full business overview, and this is just a demo account, so it's not showing much revenue for the month, but it shows your revenue this month, your expenses for this month, and your net profit. It also shows your income over expenses, as well as your top customers. And then if you scroll down a little bit more, it shows your quarterly performance, order overview, and then an inventory summary. Now we have our calculator, and the calculator is the star of the show. This is what you're going to use mostly. Now, the calculator is directly linked to the inventory, and I'm going to show you the inventory here in a second. So when you get to the calculator, if you have saved any products, you can click in here and load a saved product, which is what I just did. You're going to fill in your product name, how many you're making. I'm going to change that to 5. And if you notice, when you go from 1 to 5, it gives you both the bulk breakdown plus the batch breakdown. So this is what it's costing you per item, and this is what it's costing you for the batch of 5. This number here is what you would charge retail for these, and then your retail price for the batch of 5, as well as the same for the wholesale for 1, and then for the batch of 5. Now, the reason why I left my markup at 1 is because if you notice up here, it tells you your batch profit, and it also tells you your profit per item. I get this warning because I put my my wholesale markup as 1, which means that I am making no profit on those items. So now is the materials. You would go to add a material, and then you're going to select your material. A drop down opens up of all the materials that you have in your inventory, and you'll just click on whatever material that you are using, then enter a quantity of that material, and the cost is automatically calculated for you. And then you'll put your labor for the quantity that you're creating and any discounts. You can also save the product, which puts it here and also in this products tab. You can create an order and then add to income. So you can select a customer or add a new customer. If you're creating an order and adding to income, I wouldn't use this feature until you've been paid for that order. And then you can also export a quote, and that downloads a PDF. It'll have your name on it, the date, and then all of the details that you filled in there on the calculator. Next is the product or your saved products. Here it'll tell you how many saved products you have, and then you can click into the saved products and it loads it back, or it opens it back in your calculator. Next, we have the gang sheet calculator. And if you scroll down to the bottom, you have where you can download a template to upload these in bulk. Once you've downloaded the template, all you do is fill in the name, your width, your height, and the quantity of each of those items that you have. And then you will save as, and you want to make sure it's saved as a CSV. And once you have everything filled out, you'll come back over here. Before you upload, you want to make sure that you have your sheet width and height. Mine is 22 inches by 2 feet. And the sheet cost me $29.99. So now I am going to upload the CSV that I just saved, and it pulls everything in here for me and also prices it out and tells me how many of each design I have. I've already ordered the sheet. It does give you a warning. It says that 106 point, oh, this is wrong. I'm not sure why there were 17 in there, but it gives you a warning if more than 100% of that sheet has been used. So once you have everything in here and everything looks good, you can scroll down and it gives you a quick summary, and then add all to inventory and clear. It's going to give you a warning just to double check that you want to add these to your inventory and then clear the sheet. And we do. So I'm going to do that. So now let's go over to inventory. With your inventory, you can manually add materials. You can add a SKU number here, and then the product name, the cost, stock, your unit type, and how many units in each package. So say you got a pack of acrylic blanks. You would put the package cost here, and then how many you have in stock per item is what I would use for that, and then say there's 10 in there, so you will put 10 units in the package. Then you can also set a minimum stock level. It is going to tell you the cost per unit here, and you would just add item to add that into your inventory. You can also bulk upload using a CSV, and it's pretty much the same as how I did the gang sheet. Download and upload. You'll download the sample and then import it back in, and then everything will be listed in your inventory. So these ones here on the bottom are the ones that you just watched me upload. Here there is a bulk action. You can click this little bubble right here and delete all, or you can select and delete here. You can also delete here or edit here. Edit is what you would use if you were restocking, and you can also search your inventory and materials here. Now we have our income and expenses. The only thing that is inside the income right now are the shop sync orders. Now this is the way that Etsy orders come in. You can also manually add income here and from the calculator as well. And then you also have your expenses. And at the end of the year, if you wanted to, you can export the income, and you can export to kind of help your tax professional out a little bit more. Next, we have the profit dashboard. The profit dashboard gives you a breakdown of your top selling products, your revenue, your material costs, net profit, your profit margin, your average order value, expenses, your margin after materials, and your profit after materials. It also gives you a profit trend, top revenue categories, and your top expense categories. And you can look at the last 7 days, 30 days, 90 days, and year to date and all time. Next is your customer and order log, and here is where you'll find your customer list. It's going to show your customer name, the category that they came from or where they fall into, how many orders that customer has, and you can also view their orders from here. And it's just an automatic search of the orders for that customer name. You can also view all of your customer orders and the details of that customer order. You can also add new orders from here, but I strongly recommend that you do it from the calculator. Next is your supplier directory, and this is where you would put in all the information for your favorite suppliers. It's just a quick and easy way to get to those suppliers' websites, and you can also export that as a CSV. And then there's a resources page where I'll add freebies and other things for you to check out. Lastly, we have the quick add button. There is a new price calculation, add to inventory, new order, log income, log expenses, and add supplier. And what that does is just very quickly takes you back to whatever screen it is that you decided to add. And that's the Crafty Cost Calculator.